Welcome to James Hates Everything, and it is almost time. Toy Fair New York 2026 is less than 2 days away. I've brought some guests with me tonight. We're going to talk all things Toy Fair, from toys to Arcade1up. Let's just get it. All right. I want to welcome our first set of guests that are here, and Moat will join us in a little bit. And I'd like to take a minute. I know everybody knows who all you guys are, but I'd like to take a minute to go around, just give you an opportunity to say who you are, what you do, promote your channels before we get into any heavy topics, right? Heavy Toy Fair topics. I'll just start with you, bad guy. Who are you and what do you do?
So yeah, I'm the bad guy. My channel is called Bad Guy Entertainment, and this kind of topic is right up my alley. I mean, if you're interested in toys or anything retro, comics, movies, video games, that's kind of what my channel is all about. We have a podcast, Saturday morning podcast called Nostalgia Strikes Back, with 3 great panel members, and that's basically what we cover: anything and everything retro and nostalgic.
Excellent. How about you, Garage Gamer? Oh, you're muted.
How's that?
Perfect.
What's going on, everybody? I am the Garage Gamer. I am exactly the opposite of Mike. I do everything not retro. No, I'm just kidding. But I do a lot of the similar stuff. I started off with the home arcade kind of community, but I've gone on a little bit to do some other stuff. I'm into toys a lot, movies, pop culture. Like you do that. YouTube tries to figure out like what kind of channel you are, and they said I'm a more of a pop culture kind of channel. So I'm taking that in. So that's what I'm trying to be. I'll talk about pretty much anything. So yeah, we have a podcast on Friday night, and yeah, check out my channel if you want. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me, James.
Well, thanks for coming on. Next up is a new person to this whole YouTube thing. Mikey Two Pins. Why don't you tell everybody who you are and what it is you do?
Hi, I'm Michael B. the Game Genie, circa 2012. I'm a big NES collector. I'm currently at 789 carts, trying to go for a complete collection. Hopefully you guys follow along, and in about 5-6 years, I'm going to buy a Street Fighter 2 Arcade1up and lose my mind.
Excellent. So, we are here to talk all things Toy Fair, and I know there's a lot of buzz around Arcade1up, so we'll get into that a little later in the show. But I was curious, before we dive in, I do have some news. There's been a lot of news coming out of Toy Fair, so I have some pictures and things we can dive into, but I'm curious if there's any particular company or line you guys are really looking forward to seeing over the weekend.
I'll jump in
Jump
first.
in at once.
I'll jump in first. The news just broke, I think yesterday or the day before, officially, even though it was rumored for a while, about Mattel being the new home for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I'm interested to see what that means for Playmates re-releases going forward, and if there's any plans to do the line again under Mattel, or if this means the end of retro TMNT toys.
Which would be a shame if that was the case, because those were I've collected almost all of them that they've put out so far, and I was very disappointed to find out that that partnership had ended. So hopefully Mattel has got something in store for us.
I kind of want Mattel to do something different. Like Playmates has had the line forever. Like, why not let someone else get a crack at it?
Yeah, and that's the interesting thing, right? Because the turtles that we all know and love, right, are from the cartoon, and that look and feel came from Playmates.
Yeah,
like Playmates took that Mirage comic and made it for kids and gave us the colors, and they designed Bebop and Rocksteady for us and so many other characters. And now, 30-40 years, they're going to lose the license, which is just bonkers to me. It's such a shift.
You know, I would I would be less concerned if I hadn't seen TMNT do so many other crossovers with Mattel before. So I mean, like, it's not like this is the first time Mattel has worked with the franchise. So when you say different, Garage Gamer, I'm like, oh, you know, they've kind of already had their hands in this quite a few times.
I think a lot of companies have had Ninja Turtles. I like to say, like, that license is the most slutted out license in toys. Like, every company has had Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And you go to any store, like, I can always count on to find some kind of Ninja Turtle toy. But, you know, Mattel, they're bringing the heat. I think this year, I don't know how much you guys are involved with this in your lives, but K-pop Demon Hunters is the center focused here at my house with my daughter. And it sounds like Mattel, not only are they going to bring a line this summer of toys, but they also own American Girl dolls. So they're going to do a line of K-pop Demon Hunter American Girl dolls later this year. So that's going to be huge. And like, if you haven't watched the movie or whatever, you're lucky. So it's super trendy right now, and that's going to be everywhere if you haven't seen anything about it. So I'm expecting some kind of stuff definitely this weekend about them, and I'm excited to see a lot of companies see what McFarlane does. I'm into their Spider-Man stuff. Another company I really look forward to is Nacelle Toys. I'm a big fan of the Star Trek toys, and they should be announcing something this weekend for, I think, Wave 3 and Wave 4. Hopefully I don't have to pre-order anything. And seems like there was somebody else too. Oh, we'll see. Hasbro should be putting out some more Marvel stuff, and I think they might be doing some more Star Wars, Mandalorian and Grogu stuff. So that could be interesting.
Well, I definitely have never seen the K-pop Demon Hunters, not the sing-along edition, not had the soundtrack playing 24/7 in my house or anything like that. Like, I also have a a little girl, and definitely K-pop Demon Hunters is everywhere.
It's coming. Yeah, I had to buy the CD just the other day, so now I've got it in my car.
Oh, God, I'm so happy. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
It's an interesting one. So, how about you, bad guy? What are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking for like NECA, things like that, because I like the movie and the cartoon accurate stuff. You know what I mean? I have a couple NECA figures already, and just the accuracy and attention to detail on these things they're so phenomenal. And yeah, they're going to cost you a little bit, but show me some stuff like that. You know, give me some more Ninja Turtles that are movie accurate, or we look beforehand, Batman, you know, stuff like that. You know, I'd be all in on something like that.
Oh yeah, I personally love NECA as well. I have a ton of that stuff.
Yes.
NASA Canes fan with the $9.99 super chat says, "Remember, Mattel turned down Star Wars, which is why we got He-Man." Well, thank you very much, NASA Canes fan, for the super chat, and that is definitely going back there. Yeah, it would be interesting to go back and look at all the bad decisions some of these toy companies have made over the years, whether it's, you know, selling out or some of those things. It's pretty crazy, all the years of changes. But so speaking of Mattel, thought we'd first look at some of the big pre-announcements from Mattel. And of course, Mike led us right off with that big announcement that Mattel is now the primary home for the TMNT Toys license. And of course, part of that announcement is they are going to be releasing in 2027 the line of toys for the sequel of Mutant Mayhem, so Mutant Mayhem 2.
Yeah.
And they also announced new figures for an upcoming live-action CG Ninja Turtles movie. So that's an interesting one. I think I've heard the Ronin movie got canceled, so it could be something entirely different. but I know a lot of people are hoping it's Ronin still. But
I was not. I've never read the comic book on the Ronin. I know everybody else has read it and they love it, but the thing that really made me sad as being 90s nostalgia kid, 80s, 90s nostalgia kid, was apparently they reached out to Judith Hoag, who played April in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, to be in the Ronin. And now that's going nowhere. So, I mean, the level of nostalgia that was involved there, that just hit me right in the feels. So I'm really disappointed about that. And, it's just going to be garbage. They haven't done anything good with Turtles. And I don't know.
No,
like
and the Mutant Mayhem, it's like, that's not,
it's the worst.
That's not for us. It's for kids. And I'm fine with that if that's what they want to do. But, you also got to help out and give your hardcore fans what they want to see too. Look what Star Wars is finally starting to do. There's rumors that a Vader movie is in the works, or a series. Yes, I'm fine with you putting the kid stuff out, but have this new CG movie be maybe darker and more violent, maybe like in the same realm as the comic books, the original comic books.
That would be really interesting to see, because when I first read back in the day the Mirage comics, right? They're wearing Metallica T-shirts, they're metal, right?
Drinking
And then you had the kid cartoon where it was like, man, it's all about pizza. It's like, what? Yeah, it's interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to at least whatever this movie announcement is. But as Mike mentioned, the girl that plays April, it was kind of cool over the last year or so when they've had those actors from the Turtles movies all traveling together to the different cons, so you could get, Shredder and April and all these guys signing all your stuff. I mean, that's 40th anniversary, which is insane. And
at one of the cons I went to, both Aprils from the movie and the cartoon were like next to each other.
Oh,
That's like ridiculous.
So of course, it's not just Turtles with Mattel. And of course, we really won't probably find out what Mattel's doing with Turtles and probably till next Toy Fair a year from now. But everybody knows the biggest thing I think Mattel has attention on right now is, of course, the new Masters of the Universe movie. This was announced at the Toy Fair Europe or Germany, whatever they call it, Spielen Toy Fair. So most people have probably already seen these. These are the Masters of the Universe Chronicles. They're 6-inch scale. Think Marvel Legends or Star Wars Black Series scale. So it's something new, I think, for Mattel and Masters of the Universe specifically in this style of line. Are you guys looking forward to this? You planning to collect any of these?
I mean, I could see that Skeletor sitting on my shelf somewhere. Maybe not all of them, but it definitely at least Skeletor.
Yeah, he looks awesome.
What I really liked about it, this reveal, it gave me a lot of hope for the movie, because there were people making all kinds of complaints about, oh, this doesn't look accurate, that doesn't look accurate. But then seeing the toys representing, and sometimes the toys take liberties, and like we've seen it with like G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra would be a prime example, where there were toys that came out that had nothing to do with the movie, and then I was really disappointed. But I mean, you look at all this stuff and you're like, yeah, this movie's gonna be badass. Like, it's awesome. I don't know. I'm more of a retro toy collector. I like the re-release stuff. But I got to say, if the movie's good, I'll certainly be very interested in this stuff. I love He-Man.
Yeah, I think I'm actually excited. I want to see these in person. Like, I think that Trap Jaw looks amazing. But one of the other ones I think that looks really good is one that's not been officially released or, announced yet, that has leaked out a little bit. And that is the Ram Man. Have you guys seen this one?
No, I don't think I have seen this one.
So I think that's the first look we've got at the Ram Man character itself, but
You're
I think
spoiling the
it
movie.
actually looks pretty good. Well, I think you're going to see this on Saturday, right? I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I would imagine Ram Man and a bunch of others we're going to find out in a couple days.
Yeah.
Is that John D?
It might be.
That's where he's been. That's where he's been the last couple of years. Hey, number one for me, like my favorite character is Moss Man. Where's Moss Man? Is he not?
Oh
in the
yeah.
movie? And Mike, do you still watch Mr. Home Arcade on YouTube? Because like
which Mike?
Mikey Two Pins.
No, I haven't watched him in a while because he hasn't come up in my feed in forever. But I know he's like the biggest He-Man collector in the entire world.
I want to give him
6 rooms.
I want to give him a shout out. Like, I don't like watch his channel religiously or anything, but I just got word he is making his own like He-Man style figures, like
of himself. Yes.
Yeah, he's gonna like do like a production run. So check his channel out. Like he used to be in the home arcade space way back in the day too. So that is amazing.
Yeah, he does some awesome stuff. He gets a lot of the custom 3D vehicles and play sets and stuff. Does some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
I also want to give a big shout out to Mighty Comics and Collectibles, who's in the chat. So he will be at Toy Fair. And so definitely look for his channel for news. And I know he's going to head over to Basic Fun and take a look at what Arcade1up is doing. So definitely, if you're looking for early info from the show floor, definitely take a look at his channel. So unfortunately, or fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know if that's the right answer, but the Chronicles line isn't the only one coming out. So the next one that Mattel announced is called The First Ones. Have you guys seen these?
Mm-mm.
These are targeted, I think, towards children. So these are your low price point, get you into the movie line figures. They're smaller than the 5.5-inch scale that I think a lot of us want to see them do, like the retro line. And so still yet to be seen whether we'll get a retro line, but they do have a whole bunch of these, like, and the sculpt on this one makes me laugh. Like it's horrible on her,
It is very bad.
But you know, they're doing quite a few characters in there. It's the first, I think, kind of cartoonish style Beastman figure we've seen. Green face on Skeletor. But in this line, they even have some vehicles coming out. So you got the Roton attack vehicle. So we're going to see some of the more classic vehicles in the movie modernized, I guess. So have you guys seen any of this line at all yet? Or any now having seen them, any interest in this? Because they're definitely more cartoony looking.
Yeah, not after seeing that first line you put up there. Nah.
Yeah, maybe this is something that like I would get for my kids instead of the more expensive collector toys. Like, seems to be 2 tiers there: collectors and kid stuff. So if my kids really like, especially my son, I don't think my daughter would get into it now. This is something I would buy for my son for him to play around with.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely, that's the strategy, kind of like how McFarlane does the high-end DC collector figures. And then I can't think of the name of the company, but they do the really cheap DC figures that are like, you know, $4 for an action figure. Really small, cheapy stuff.
You don't get
so
your
I feel
kids
like
the good
that's the
stuff,
goal.
Mikey Two Pins. You don't give him the good stuff. You give him the.
I do sometimes. Like, my daughter has like a G.I. Joe Ultimate Scarlet because that's who she's named after, and I bought her like all the X-Men toys a couple of years ago. But like most of the toys, like the collectible cool stuff, that's for me. I bought her some of the G.I. Joe re-releases and stuff too because she just really likes that shit.
And what do they play with them for like 5 minutes? And
well, that's right. They junk them. They're destroyed.
they get thrown in a bin. And
yeah. There's currently 2 very expensive X-Men toys under our couch in our family room.
Oh God.
So next up, I thought we would talk about some of the stuff we heard from Hasbro leading into the show. And I know, Garage Gamer, you're sporting your Secret Wars epic shirt, which is an awesome one. I got to get one.
Thank you.
And I know you were excited. I saw you dropped a video on your channel, but of course the announcement of Wave 2 of Secret Wars was just a couple days ago and is already up for pre-order at Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store. But I thought these, again, you know, these are super nostalgia tugging for me. I'm not a big Legends collector, but that Secret Wars packaging with those the shields and the holograms, I think, are like super, like, just make me want to buy them, even if I don't care about the character.
Yeah, like the wave isn't like really that good, but it's that card back. I am totally an inbox collector. Like I love to keep my stuff in. I don't play with my toys. Maybe I'm supposed to. Like
it's hard, right, Ryan? Like it is really hard. Like because you get the nostalgia of seeing it in the box, and you're like, you'll never see that again.
No,
And then like
there.
you want to take it out, and everybody's like, "Oh, your toys are meant to be played with." And then I've taken some stuff out, and then afterwards, I'm like, "Why'd I do that? Why'd I do that?"
Yeah, but it's like, am I keeping it in the box to resell it eventually? I don't know. It looks amazing in that card art. And I feel like the same way with some of the Star Wars, the vintage collection. Like it looks really good in the card art. But this Daredevil, like he sold out in a lot of places. So that's the one to get right there. Spider-Man there. Like, I don't know. They've made so many Spider-Man, but I'm going to get them. I'm getting the whole wave. But that Daredevil is going to be the one to really, if you wanted the Daredevil, keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, and the vintage Daredevil, I actually have a really minty vintage Daredevil loose, not on the card. But the plastic they used for the vintage one, like, tended to attract some kind of fungus. And so a lot of them, you'll find out they have this weird red fuzz and stuff on them, and they're pretty nasty. So to find a good one, 40-ish years later is pretty rare. It is funny to me how they got to stick a Spider-Man in every wave. And of any line that they do with Marvel, it seems
he's money in the bank. Like that's their money maker.
Arcade1up, Pac-Man. That's Spider-Man.
Yeah. This is such a weird one though, because it's like mid-transition. So it's like it's clearly made never to be opened or played with, or if you're gonna do it, it's for some photos or something. It is very interesting. I mean, I don't dislike it. I just think it's kind of an odd choice on a toy.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Secret Wars comic line is the point where Spider-Man originally donned the black suit.
Yep, Secret Wars number 8.
Yeah, and in the first line, we got both of them, right? We got regular Spider-Man and black suit, or did we only get black suit? I can't remember.
We got both of them. So yeah, I had both of them, and I played with the red and blue one as a kid, and the webbing would like rub off. So the
paint on those original ones.
It was so cool because back in the day, like there was no other Spider-Man figures. Like I think they made like the Mego maybe Spider-Man before that, but like nothing like this kind of scale. And
and they had are you familiar with they're Mego, the Pocket Heroes? So Mego did the dolls, plus they did the smaller scale, like that looked like they were squatting, taking a poop, and then they had the ones later that were more stand-up looking. But yeah, I mean, this is the Secret Wars. Obviously, the upcoming Marvel movie is all leading up to this, so the timing makes a lot of sense, right? This is all Doctor Doom and Battle World, and that's where a lot of these characters are from in this particular line. The ones that weren't in the original Secret Wars toy line because it wasn't written at the time. But so it's pretty interesting.
That magic girl, like I've never heard of her before. Like someone was pointing out, like, how are you don't know X-Men or whatever, but she is in the new Marvel Tokens Tokon game that was on the PlayStation showcase today. So that was interesting.
Yeah, and that's actually a really fun game. I got to beta test it a bit.
Yeah,
and it's hard, but the art style and everything is awesome. So I love that they're getting it up to 20 characters.
James, there's no need to make us feel like plebes here. Yes, we know you got the beta tested. Sorry, none of us did. We're not as cool as you. Thanks for inviting us on your show.
Yes, super cool. I got to beta test a fighting game where I got my ass handed to me every game I played. It was difficult.
No, I was like just hitting. You could spam attacks in that game. Like just
I
like
couldn't remember half of the counters and things like that.
There's button mashing in that game. Yeah, anyway,
I was terrible at it. Yeah, she was in Midnight Sun, all that stuff. But the Falcon figure I think is really cool. I know few people are interested in this one. This one honestly doesn't do anything for me, but I know with Onslaught was previously a Build-A-Figure figure, so this is the first time you can get him on the card.
This should have been like the jumbo one from Marvel vs. Capcom. He's the main villain at the end. Like, I don't know, he's huge in the game, but like, I don't know. Maybe they make a HasLab out of this, but it needs to be a lot bigger and do something like with the sweeping claw, and he should have some missiles, and the dream is dead. That's what he always used to say. But like this smaller figure, like, it's a Target exclusive. I hate the Target exclusive. I hate
that means
Target
there'll
exclusive.
Be stacks of them, though.
I hate Walmart. Well, the what was the one? The Psylocke and Thanos Target exclusive on the Gamerverse. That was so hard to get for a lot of people. The guy that designed the artwork for the packaging, he got every other figure but that one. And it's like, how did the guy that designed the packaging, he couldn't even get it? It's like, whoa. But
well, sell him mine if he wants to pay quite a bit for it.
Yeah, I've seen it online just like this week. Again, it's back at Target. I don't know how they found a shipment with the Lost Arcade 1-ups, but check it out if you didn't get one.
Yeah, on the flip side of these Marvel Legends retro packaging, these like 90s era ones do nothing for me. I've never, like, I don't really understand why they're doing these, because that era of Marvel Toy Biz toys, you can still find for like a couple bucks a piece.
The originals,
like,
See, that's what I was gonna say. That's right in my era right here. I had so many of these as kids. You know, we opened them up, played with them and all that. But recently I've been buying up originals in package, and like you said, they're not that expensive. I mean, you can get good ones for 15, 20 bucks a piece, which I would have to think that's probably what these are going to run you, the $17.99 or whatever the going
these are probably closer to 30 bucks, right? Like these Legends ones.
Well,
like 25, 27.
Here in Canada, the only place to really buy these is either at EB Games, if you're lucky enough the EB Games carries them, or Toys R Us, which unfortunately our Toys R Us closed, and they sell for $40. But I can tell you, we don't have the luxury that you guys have. Like, I am so goddamn jealous watching like these videos of people go to like vintage toy stores. We have nothing like that here. So, I mean, there'd be no chance for me to pick up these on the card back, the originals, at some kind of vintage toy store, because it just doesn't exist. So I've been a sucker. The only problem with it is availability in Canada, like always, is terrible. So if you miss, like if you're a couple months late after these come out, good luck finding anything. Even X-Men 97. I was all in on the X-Men 97 toys, but I didn't get them quick enough. I decided I was going to get into them like a couple weeks after their release, and there were already toys that were out of stock that I'd never be able to get. So very different experience here in Canada.
No, you'll have to pay triple what they're worth,
or just not get them, which is what I ended up doing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, that it's funny because you mentioned like EB Games or GameStop here in the US, right? Like, I watch PD7's videos, and he goes into GameStop, and they got every figure you could ever want.
Yeah,
and
PD7
like, you go
will
into my
find it for you.
GameStops, and there's not toys anywhere. Like,
well, I tell you who won't buy something for you. Like, if you straight up ask James to buy you LJM wrestlers, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll think about it," and then never gets back to you because you can't buy LJM wrestlers here in Canada.
Well, I'm trying to find them all at once. I can always.
You don't got to find them all at once. Just pick them up piece by piece.
I see them all the time, but I haven't seen Cena anywhere yet.
Forget Cena. Forget Cena.
All right. Next time I see Hulk and Dusty Rhodes, I'll grab one.
Well, you got Warrior out now too. You've got King Kong,
I haven't
Bundy,
seen that
Jesse
one
too. Yeah.
Well,
Stone Cold can go to hell. I don't care about the remakes.
I just figured you wanted that Logan Paul like really bad.
No, that's the only
come
one
with
I
a
can
Pokemon
100%
card?
do without. Yeah.
Did you see the argument with him and Tom Brady?
Yes, ludicrous. Like, I have nothing but respect for wrestlers, but to sit there and try to say, like, listen, Tom Brady, I'm really good.
Probably one guy you shouldn't go after
Yeah.
of anybody.
Tom Brady, statistically and arguably the greatest NFL football player of all time. You don't try to make it seem like, listen, dude, I can do a moonsault. I can play football.
MG's calling you out there. There's a vintage toy shop right over the Gordy. He knows your town very well.
Oh, I'm nowhere close to the Gordie Howe Bridge. If I lived anywhere close to the U.S., I'd be ruined. I'd have all this stuff because I'd go over to the U.S. every single weekend. Even if I lived in New Brunswick, where my wife went to law school, where Maine was still like a 5-hour trip away, I would still go every single weekend.
So did you guys catch this announcement from Hasbro? Hasbro Street Fighter is back. So they've got a deal for Street Fighter figures coming up.
Is that the movie?
It could be. That makes a lot more sense that they'll be the movie figures. I was having shades of these, thinking, maybe we're going to get
great
classified G.I. Joe.
They were
Street
great
Fighter figures.
The real trick is trying to figure out whose body they repainted to make these. I still have some of these. So the upper torso of Guile is Road Pig, and Zangief is another Dreadnought, but he's the one who had the crocodile. I forget what his name is now. But Zangief has the exact same.
Because it almost looks like Zangief has pants on, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does have
robotic legs.
Just painted skin color.
The original toy, he's a Dreadnought, and he's got an alligator, and Gnawhide, I think his name is. Yeah, he's got pants and then a tiger striped top. But some of the other ones I can't figure out for the life of me.
There you go. And I assume he's talking about Guile there.
Guile.
Yeah, I'm curious. It makes a lot more sense when you said the movie figures. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was like, what are they going to do? Because it's hard to top what Jada and some of these other companies are doing with Street Fighter. Those toys are amazing. And they're inexpensive.
Yeah, I think it has to be a movie tie-in. That's coming this summer, and Mortal Kombat, right? So I don't know. The Street Fighter movie didn't look that good to me, at least what I saw at the Game Awards. So I don't know. Well, we'll see. But
it pisses me off actually how much people are crapping on the Street Fighter movie, because the last one was so terrible and so off the source material. This one's coming out, and honestly, everybody's like, it looks kind of cheesy. It's based on Street Fighter from the 1990s, and it looks like they're following it pretty closely. I mean,
it looks more accurate, you're right, than the last one did.
That's not wrong. However, I don't think maybe some of these characters should ever have been a movie. Maybe they should have been an anime or a 3D or something. But
if they can make it a tournament, that's the thing that these places all mix up. Like, you've got to basically take this movie and make it Bloodsport. You can't make it some kind of global, like, you can add the backstories, but it can't be anything else. It's got to be involved in a tournament, right?
They need to beat up a couple cars, right?
And a bunch of
that better have at least something.
And a bunch of barrels coming down at the top of the warehouse.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good way to describe it. A cosplay fan film.
Kind of does.
We'll see how it goes.
I hate that now, because, like, if anything goes with original costumes, they're like, this is cosplay. It's what fans would do. And then, like, they'll do garbage, like absolute garbage, like the G.I. Joe movies where the characters look nothing like the source material. And everybody's like, well, they're trying to make it more realistic and appeal to modern audiences. Don't shit on something for doing it right.
So do you guys pay attention to Super 7 at all?
Yeah.
You guys get any of these kinds? Because I thought they made some pretty big announcements, I think, with some new licenses. So they have Visionaries, which they announced.
Yeah. There was a really crazy one for Super 7. I wonder if you got it here. Let's see if I can find it, actually. Oh, actually, no, I remember it. Hold on. Just keep going.
Okay. So obviously this is a retro one. I just throw it up there for people that don't know what Visionaries is.
How
but
do you
I think this
know?
is pretty cool. I'd love to see what these look like. Are they going to actually include all the holograms and stuff? They basically have to, right?
Probably, yeah.
But you know, they haven't necessarily done some of their other recreations super great, but I'm definitely interested to see these. The next one they announced was Invincible. Did you guys see this? These potentially could be awesome. I don't know if you're a fan of the violent cartoon.
Love the show, but
I don't think I've ever seen it.
oh, it's so good. You're missing out.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah. It's done by
Robert
Kirkman,
Kirkman,
who
or
did
The
The Walking,
Walking Dead.
And it is awesome. It is like I
Okay.
don't know how to explain it, but like if you like Dragon Ball, for some reason this will bring you in. I don't know how to
So
explain.
this is
it
a more
better than that.
modern show.
Oh yeah. It's
Okay.
on
yeah, it's
Amazon
on
Prime.
Prime.
Oh, all
Like
right.
they've got several seasons of it, and it's got a. I don't know. They did did they do a comic on it too? I
think
don't
so.
recall.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
They probably did.
The next one, I know one of your friends is going to be super happy, Mike, and that is the Super 7 My Little Pony.
Rastell's just such a cook. Like 100%. He's the kind of guy that's got a chair in his bedroom. You know it is.
So I'm not really interested in paying $40 for My Little Pony for my daughter or something. So hopefully she never sees these things. Lord knows Super 7 toys are very pricey, but should be interesting. You guys
Before you go on,
Yeah.
you missed the one I was hoping you were gonna mention.
What,
Super-
Law
I
and
didn't see
Order?
that
Oh
one.
my
Law
God.
and Order?
What?
Yeah,
The most
that would be
random thing ever.
ridiculous. Yeah, I'm
I
not
did
making
not
this
see
up.
that one.
That is crazy.
What on earth are they gonna do?
Somewhere out there, some guy's going, yes, I've been wanting a Law and Order figure my whole life.
Someone wants it. Yeah.
Someone does.
I can't even imagine. Like, are they gonna have a Kevin Smith? You know, he was in an episode of Law and Order as a witness to a crime in one of the episodes.
That'd be pretty funny.
We could do a dead body.
Yeah, every celebrity dead body that was on the show. Like, that's pretty crazy. Like, Law and Order.
That's ridiculous.
It sounds like a winner. I think that'll sell like hotcakes.
Exactly.
So we're doing toy speculation now. So of course, everybody knows Loyal Subjects. Did you guys pick up any of these new mask toys?
I canceled my pre-order, and you know, I know a lot of people are saying good, the toys weren't good, but I kind of regret it. Like, it's super nostalgia for me. I was a huge mask fan as a kid, so at some point when I hobble the money together and I don't have other things going on, I'm going to replace my order with what is it, the toy store here in Canada, Titan Toys, and I'll get the entire set. I just won't get the awesome pre-order bonus that I was going to get originally.
Yeah, I did pick up the whole collector set or whatever, and mine actually, I don't really have any issues with them. I mean, the biggest issue I had is the figures, because they made them a little bigger.
Yeah.
But the vehicles are exactly the same. They don't really fit very well into the stuff. But other than that, a lot of the issues, and there have been a lot of issues, right? People are complaining the gas tank's upside down on the Rhino, and they're upside down on all of them. They were upside down in the renders. So it was something nobody caught all the way through the beginning and said anything about. But, you know, some of the other issues people have had with things not closing right or sagging, like wings sagging on the whatever Matt Tracker's thing is, I'm drawing a blank. You know, those things, I haven't had any of those issues. So fortunately, so I know it's hit or miss, but so I'm on the fence about Wave 2, because there are some, like the 57 Chevy one, it's like one of my all-time favorite mask toys. Like, I gotta have it, even if they didn't hit a home run. But once again, right, we have naming issues.
Yeah.
So like that jackhammer is an armored assault vehicle because apparently somebody else owns the thing, and the Piranha's the stealth submarine cycle. Like some of these names are silly when they had these other things. But any interest, you guys, in these mask toys at all?
No, I mean, I love that they're doing it. You know, I want to see all these old toys get brought back. It's just, for me, it falls under like, I'm just collecting so much already.
Right.
You know, I don't want to I can't get invested into another toy line, because I don't even have space to display what I already am buying. But they
You gotta
are
make space,
really
Mike.
cool.
You gotta make
I
it.
know.
That's what I'm doing. I'm making it.
Yeah, I have no nostalgia for these. I think I vaguely remember them being in a store, but I think I was interested in something else, obviously. So never got any as a kid.
I had the 57 Chevy. I had the Piranha. I think I had the Jeep. I don't think I had the GMC Jimmy there, but like I had all the first vehicles came out in wave 1. And what I'm hoping for is eventually we'll get the because I also had the gas station playset, the home base Boulder Hill. So yeah, I want to see it come together. The only thing I'm concerned about is, especially with the issues with the first line, I'm hoping it's successful enough it keeps going. I love toy reissues. It's my favorite thing in the world. It's my kryptonite. I can't stay away from it. But it always seems like the lines get cut early and they don't do everything. You're lucky sometimes. So I'm hoping this goes through and we get everything, right?
Yeah, and I will say this is one where they've done really good job at replicating the original packaging and everything. So it really,
except for the naming.
Yeah, the names are wrong, but on a couple of them. But they look right. If you're looking for that package on your shelf that has all that, nostalgia vibes, I think they hit a home run here, as opposed to some of these other toy lines.
You know, if it looks authentic to the way it did back in the 80s, I mean, that's literally, that's like 90% of it for me.
Oh yeah. And I compared my new Rhino with the original Rhino I have, and the colors are spot on. Like it's a straight up recreation with a few issues with the tanks.
Yeah, because that's the thing with a lot of these. I was doing that with the Ninja Turtles. There's just very subtle differences, especially when it comes to like accessories and things like that. They change them up just enough, and I understand why they do it, obviously. So you can't try to pass them off as original and sell them. But for the most part, all these recreations are done so well.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, Mike, you collect, well, you've got NES games now. I used to have NES games. And one of the big problems was once you start messing around with recreations and like they were making repro games and then putting like the original label on it, and it became like a chore to try to find out what the difference was for collecting. So I like that there's some subtle changes with modern toys. So, there isn't that confusion for the people that collect the original stuff.
Yeah, I love when they take like what MOTU did, right? Mattel, where they take the original vibe, but then improve it just enough, like add some articulation, but otherwise it's the same exact toy you remember. I like when they do that because, unlike you guys, I believe you play with toys, so I open most of my toys.
No, them cool. Like give the toy maybe a little bit of an updated look, like you said. Add some articulation, add some detail, but keep that card back and the packaging spot on to the original.
That's one of the things I love about like the newer classified retro GI Joes is they make the package where you can put them back pretty easily if you want to display them versus keeping them. I like when they do that kind of collector-friendly package that says, hey, you can take it out of the package and you can put it back when you're done, and if you want to display it either way, which I think is pretty smart. Wish more toy companies did that. I heard they ain't bringing out Voltron. I heard they are bringing out a Voltron. So I know Playmates obviously just re-released their Voltron, what was it, 2 years ago? But it'd be interesting to see if somebody else does one.
There's a Voltron movie coming out, so I don't know if that's this year or next year. It might be next year.
Is that going to be live action or is it all like CG?
Oh, I forget the actor that's going to be in it, but
nice.
Yeah, that's coming.
Are we going to get part of the car Voltron and then the Lions?
No, you don't need car Voltron. Voltron died. Voltron died during Car Voltron. So the cool thing about it is they're gonna make the costumes and like all the lions and everything exactly like they were in the original cartoon, but then people are gonna shit on it and say, "Oh, it looks like cosplay Voltron. They didn't do anything new."
It would be interesting if they're in those white jumpsuits with the bright colors. Voltron video game would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would. I don't know. Have they ever even made? Is there ever exist a Voltron video game?
No.
Not that I recall.
Closest
Okay.
they've done is
Closest
like
would be
Power
the-
Rangers.
Yeah, Power Rangers ripoff Voltron, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Now, one of my favorite Halloween costumes I ever was as a kid was I was dressed up as Voltron one year, and my parents just put me in a big box
Oh
and
god,
they painted my head blue. It was great.
that's awesome.
you got to have a picture of this somewhere.
I need to find it. Yeah.
I've got a picture somewhere of me dressed as Mumra for Halloween. Mumra from Thundercats.
Nice.
And it's like
right,
those cheap 80s costumes too.
Oh,
the little
Jesus.
plastic Mumra mask.
Yeah.
Those
And then
are
the, like,
best. the Ben Cooper
The
with
trash bag,
plastic,
basically. Yeah.
bib.
Trash bag.
So I read Jason's comment wrong. Henry Cavill is in Voltron. In my head, I read that as Henry Cavill is
Is
Voltron.
Voltron.
I was like, well, that's a weird.
He could do
casting.
anything.
Oh yeah, there was a Voltron Defender of the Universe on PlayStation 3.
Oh, so
Oh.
there you go.
All right.
was
Mummer
before my
from
time.
Thundercats. So I know you you mentioned NECA earlier. So I haven't seen any official announcements yet from NECA. I don't know if you've seen anything. Obviously, the early announcements this year we've seen a little out at San Diego Comic-Con, I believe, which is obviously the new line of Ben Cooper, some of these new Thing and Predator toys. And of course, Big Bird, got to have a Big Bird in that Sesame Street line.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually
The
excited
crazy
for that line.
the stuff that people are doing with their Sesame Street characters, like they're giving them like M16s and
Oh, no.
grenade launchers. It's like, what are we watching here? Like, what is
Bert
it?
and
Like,
Ernie
hey,
doing
this is
drive-bys.
this is
Yeah.
your toy universe. Like, you know, have fun.
Yeah, I hope we get a Super Grover this year. I think that would be awesome. Still
The
waiting on that Oscar
Snuffleupagus,
the
like,
Grouch.
come on.
MG telling us the space shuttle. I love that one. You guys, I know, bad guy, you collect some Mondo, don't you?
Oh,
You
yeah.
got the real Ghostbusters.
Yep.
I know the pre-orders are
Those are
underway
that's
for
cool.
these. Like, these are awesome, right? These,
Yeah.
like, and they're huge. Like, these are much bigger than they're like 12-inch, I think. They're
Oh,
they're
wow.
much bigger than I thought they were.
They're doing
but
like a
they-
whole Nickelodeon line, so there should be a Ren and Stimpy one coming.
Oh,
also
that'd be
from-
awesome
from
too.
Mondo.
That will be awesome. Especially if they include all the alternate stuff, like really cartoon style, and then that really graphic, like.
Oh, well, yeah. The way,
They
yeah, the art
did.
style would change to.
Well, the band version, yeah.
But they did make a couple announcements. Did you guys see these? The Super Adventures of Superman.
Yep.
Like this
Yeah,
is
the-
sick.
The collector version of this, or the limited edition one, sold out. So the one that came with Lois Lane, like you're gonna have to, if you wanted her, sorry, you have to go on eBay now. But yeah, I was never a fan of Superman the animated series, but I really like the art style and what they're doing here.
Yeah, and it looks great with the
Oh,
Batman
Yeah,
stuff
it looks
that they've
just
done.
like the animated series.
Yeah,
So
they
these are
they
going to
have
be
some of
what,
the best
$300?
Oh, probably. They're at least 250
Yeah,
to
that's
300.
crazy. They are
Like
expensive.
the Mondo stuff, like when I first saw the real Ghostbusters stuff, I was like, take all my money. Like I could not believe they were doing these amazing revisions of the cartoon Ghostbusters, real Ghostbusters. And then the fact like they were coming out with the Boogeyman, the Sandman, what is it, Sam Hain. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
God, these are amazing. But then I got sticker shock. I went to order them and I was like, what the hell? Like, you got to think about it with the exchange rate. It was like $350 per
shipping
toy.
and all that. It adds
Yeah.
up. I know.
I was like, I can't. And I've been waiting for them to go on sale on like Big Bad Toy Store because that's what I do usually with the G.I. Joe Ultimates, the Super 7 Ultimates. I'll wait until there's a little bit of a discount. And they're releasing them now for, I think I can't remember the price point, but it's crazy. And they don't come with the bad guys anymore. It's just the Ghostbusters now. And that sucks.
Yeah, because you want that ghost because that
Yeah.
they didn't have the back in the day when Kenner was doing the line, they didn't have any of those cool ghosts from the show.
Oh, look at that. See, that just
Yeah,
makes me
yeah,
so
that's awesome.
sad. It's so cool, but it's so
Yep.
expensive.
Yep. That's $100 extra to get that
Oh,
right there.
I'm trying to remember the Sandman's voice. Oh, too slow.
No, they're so. I don't care. I hear what you're saying, and that sucks. You live in Canada. I sympathize, but you have
Yeah.
free health care up there, so it's not all bad, Mike. But
Well, you know what? I appreciate you realizing that free healthcare exists and it's a good thing, but at the same time, there's a downside of that too, where it is free, anybody can go. So, like, I'll go in for a serious problem, my leg's broken off, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, my leg's broken. And
was that when you were playing basketball?
No, I hurt my wrist really bad from playing basketball in the US. But you go in there and, like, especially if you're somewhere where I am, where there's a sparse population base, like we only have one healthcare center, and there's all these people in there that are just like skeet dirtbags that are in there yelling at their mom, being like, I don't even know why I'm here for any, but like the hospital is just packed, and it is hard to get in for specific things, like especially emergency situations.
Yeah, it's some of these like Mondos. You guys, I assume, have seen the Masters of the Universe and the TMNT Mondo has done. Like, those are amazing. But again, $250, $300.
I think with the Mondo stuff, you know, it's great to have them all. Like, I'm trying to collect the X-Men stuff as much as I can, Spider-Man the animated series, and then the Ghostbusters stuff. Like, yeah, he's going up for pre-order next week. So yeah, you gotta. I'm
awesome.
Budgeting him out, but like he's got to have some kind of retro or some kind of nostalgic pull for you. Like, if you don't have that with character, you don't need to get him, and just it'll be okay. It'll be okay. But he looks amazing. Like, it comes with that coat, that science kind of backpack. He's got a book. Like,
and just like the shadowing that they have, just like that detail, that it makes it look like they ripped it right out of the cartoon show.
How in God's name are you going to put that coat on and off?
You take his arms off.
Yeah.
And he comes with an extra
I see what you're saying
top half.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the cell shading they do on these are awesome.
It's crazy.
Yeah. You would think they would like do like maybe a soft goods kind of thing, but the plastic coat, that the clothes, it works. Like, it looks really good.
I think it helps with the more cartoon look, right? Because they can get that paint job on there just like it. Like, they're amazing. Like, if Mondo ever did a line I was super like addicted to, then I'd be in trouble. Like, a lot of the ones they do I enjoy, but I'm okay with like either the loose vintage or something like that. Like, luckily none of the ones they've done I'm like, oh, like I'm just like a nut for that particular brand, or I lose my mind, because some of this stuff is so good.
Yeah, I don't know if Mondo is going to announce anything this weekend, but I'll definitely have an ear or eye out for him. Like, bad guy Mike.
Yeah,
I know he's into the Ghostbusters just like me. You got to think that a Janine is coming.
Oh yeah, all right.
And
are we going to hear it this weekend or?
Yeah, so they're gonna have Beast right next week. Maybe the week after we get Janine, I'm thinking. And the other one I think is coming maybe next is the Lizard from Spider-Man. So we'll see. I'm maybe in that order. I don't know. So we gotta save our money.
Start saving. Yep.
Yeah, they're ones I love always seeing what they're doing, because they do really nice ones. And on the flip side, Super 7, right? They're doing their D&D line from the cartoon, which I think those look awesome. And I think there's supposed to be some new announcement with that. Every time I go in and I see that dragon, like I have a local toy store here that sells more newer toys, and that dragon is been sitting there for a while. And every time I see it, it's like, man, I want to buy it. But I don't have any of the other characters. So it's like, oh, if I buy this giant dragon, it is giant. Like, one, I won't have anywhere to put it. And two, if I don't have all the other characters that go with it, like, It's frustrating. But the second I see the other characters, I'm gonna buy them. I know I am. Because they sure beat the Hasbro ones that came out that were out of the package broken all the time.
Are we talking about Dungeons and Dragons toys?
Yeah. The
Yeah,
D&D
no,
toys.
I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're. That huge dragon was something else, and that was expensive. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like you can have different levels of collecting for everybody. Like might as well, if like you want a dragon, might as well get the best dragon there is. You
Yep.
know, like just, and then you're done. You're good.
So, Becca and Mike, you might know about this. James and the other guy, Brian, Garage Gamer, you won't. The other guy, the don't
The
the
other
face. So, I recently, I've never been a wrestling toy collector. Like I had wrestling toys growing up. Like I still have a massive like LJN rubber wrestler collection from the originals. And I had some of the Hasbros, but like I didn't collect anything until recent. But recently, I started buying I got into the AEW Unrivaled series, so I got like a pretty big collection of those. And my son wanted a wrestling ring for Christmas, so I bought him some of those. And one of the things I really liked, like when I was a kid, the rubber wrestlers and stuff like that were cool, but you couldn't move them. They didn't have those points of articulation and stuff like that. So I actually used to use my GI Joes as wrestlers because you could actually form the characters to make the moves. So I was super excited about getting these new wrestlers, especially the ones for my son and the ones that I picked up, because I was like, oh man, they move, so I can do all these moves with them now and stuff like that. It'll be so cool. But you get them and the knees are jam tight. I don't know what it is, but you can't bend the legs at all because toys nowadays aren't meant to be toys. Most of them are meant to be stood up collectibles, posed and shit like that. So you get these wrestlers with all this movement that don't move. It's like the most frustrating thing in the entire world.
Have you tried?
With wrestlers, that's what they're meant to do, is to
a lot of people
wrestling moves.
You might try. There's two techniques, Mikey Two Pins.
You
might
boil
try
them.
a hair dryer, or put them in hot water and see if it loosens them up.
Yeah, it's always fun with those Hasbros because you run that risk. If you don't do something, you might snap that leg in half trying to bend the knee.
Garage Gamer, you just had a mishap with your Sandman, right?
Yeah, no, I if you guys watch my Sandman video, I broke his little arm.
Oh no.
But hey, next week, Mondo, great customer service, sent me a replacement, no questions asked.
That's crazy.
That's another thing you get when you buy the premium stuff. Like they just take care of you, and like I think they look at my account and they like, oh yeah, he's a.
So we should probably, we don't want to lose.
He's a whale.
Let's take care of this
He's
guy.
a whale. He's giving us all his money. Let's hook him up.
Yeah. So, but that's awesome. There's other companies out there like Arcade1up. Like, man, I remember when my T2 went down. That was a pain to get a new PCB for originally, but good thing I had some YouTube friends out there. I think that helped.
So before we jump into Arcade1up, perfect segue. Any last thoughts on any of the toys? I know I didn't mention every toy line under the planet or every company. Anything that we skipped that you're super excited about?
Shrek X Super 7. It's a real thing, but no. I just I just want to see more retro toys. Like I love, like, you show me what was it, the Illuminaries or the Visionaries?
Visionaries, yeah.
I love stuff like that. I hope it's done right. I hope it's not too expensive, knowing it's Super 7. It is going to be too expensive. So we'll see. We'll get those shitty reaction figures from them. I hate those. I wish they never made them in the first place. Terrible.
And they're doing all the like old GI Joe style too, right? With the what do they call them? The O-ring figures. So they're doing a whole line of O-ring in every franchise. So they're doing.
Oh, are they really doing them, or are those the reaction toys?
No, they're actual O-ring. So they started a whole new series of O-ring Joes, and then they spread it out into some of the other lines they have licenses for coming as O-ring figures too. So they're taking the reaction style of like, hey, we have all these IP, now let's do them all as O-ring figures. So some of them are pretty cool. I know, like, Nacelle, we didn't really talk about them too much, but they do a lot of really cool stuff. Like the Cowboys of Mubasa have just fairly recently came out. I wish their RoboForce was more like the vintage RoboForce than this reimagined RoboForce. But they have the sectars, right? And I think the vehicles or puppets for sectars are just now coming out, or just some of them have shipped. So I love that Nacelle does those. Of course, Biker Mice from Mars. I have all those Nacelle ones. Like,
Yeah, no,
they do some really fun stuff.
The nacelle stuff is like it's the CEO Brian Volk-Weiss. He is behind the Toys That Made Us on Netflix, and man, that company is just growing. So just keep an eye on those guys, because like again, when the Star Trek stuff hits, and then they're just starting to get these other big licenses. Watch out. More competition is good for sure.
Yep. If you like the Toys That Made Us, he also had that show during COVID, which was like the toy store near you, which you can stream on Prime, which was very, very cool.
He does a ton of documentaries, a ton of them.
Yeah, so we can do a documentary in a couple of years. The four of us can get together and we'll do the toys that made us broke.
All right, so Arcade1up, right? We can't not talk about that. That's the big reveal. They recognize they're a toy company now as part of Basic Fun.
Well, I think Basic Fun, recognized they were a toy company. They were already recognized as a toy company because this is where they did their big reveal last year too.
Yeah, I'm just saying, obviously, Arcade1up under Tastemakers was always like CES, we're a tech company. Even though they were a toy company, Tastemakers is a toy company.
Yeah, 100%.
They ever did Toy Fair, did they? Like,
not that I remember. Mostly they tried to sell themselves as a video game brand. Even they advertised themselves as a video game brand. You remember they mentioned that they were the fourth largest video game publisher at one point, right?
So obviously they teased a bit. So I think a lot of people have talked about this. So what do you guys think this tease is?
That could be anything. Like, I know some people were saying it was Turtles.
I'm thinking Mortal Kombat. It's gonna be something disappointing.
Yeah, this could be anything. I mean, come on.
Any thoughts on that, Mike? I know you did a whole show, or you've talked about this a few times, but like, what do you think it is legitimately?
So I've heard from some people, like I was talking with what's his name, Neo for Arcade Insiders there the other day, and he told me it's not Turtles. So I mean, we can put that one aside. Something I will say is I think this is just a generic silhouette. I'm hoping, anyways, because I don't know if it's really anything. I thought James made a good leap I didn't think of with The Simpsons. I know that Arcade1up official was in your chat last night, and they were saying, "Oh, it's just a tease." So I don't know. I wouldn't take too much from it. People online are getting mad, saying it's clearly a Capcom cab, yellow and blue Capcom. Could be anything. I will say 100% for the people worried that Arcade1up is going to have a big reveal and not release a Pac-Man game. Don't worry, guys. Pac-Man is coming.
Thank God.
There will be a Pac-Man at the event. I can guarantee that. There's three things that are certain: death, taxes, and Arcade1up releasing Pac-Man. But I don't know what it is. I don't know if the yellow and blue has any meaning. I don't know if the silhouette has any meaning. Is it just a tease, not a tease? Most of those silhouettes, you'd be able to pick out some kind of joystick on it. I don't know if that means anything. I really, I'm hopeful we're going to see something new. I expect to see some of the re-releases people will be disappointed by, but I also hope we get some cool re-releases of stuff we haven't seen in a while with better form factors. And I hope they do that. I hope they don't fall into the, Jerry mindset of, well, you just make the same cab shape and throw the art on it, and that's good enough. Mass marketing. I want to see real form factors. So hopefully they don't do what Arcade1up was doing last going off with the Midway shape and just throwing like X-Men 97 on it and throwing Marvel versus Capcom on it. I mean, that like, to me, that's really disappointing. So yeah. Anyways, I won't take up all the time. You guys go ahead.
Well, I will tell you, like, they also said in I think it was in Arcades Anonymous, right? They said it's just a tease, but then they also said everything means something on it. So I liked what Fox threw out there with the blue and yellow make green, right? I really do think they're just
No,
teasing
it's not Turtles. Turtles isn't coming.
Turtles isn't coming at all, as
No,
in they didn't get the
100%.
license.
100% Turtles isn't coming.
That's interesting because they, obviously there's been two companies fighting over that or talking about that, so it'll be interesting to see where that goes. If it's not Turtles, that was the only reason I kind of guessed it's Simpsons, right? Because hey, if you're doing Turtles, you've got Konami, so you can do Simpsons. We already know you've got Disney because you did Return of the Jedi, so you must who owns Simpsons, the bigger license, right? so I'll be interested to see what it comes. But yeah, I personally MG 100% confirmed Mike Turtles. So I'll be surprised if it's not Turtles myself, like if they don't come out with one at all, but I'm hoping it's something entirely new. Like I would hate to see just more rehashes, which we're going to get anyway. We need at least one new one, just like they did last year, right? We got WWE and some rehashes. That's all fine, but we need a new one.
And man, that Supreme series is so cool. Like, what a cool CAD.
I'm hearing great things about it, right? Like, which is, having owned the Ultra of the WWE, it was okay, but it had flaws. But everybody that's got the new Supreme is loving it and not having a lot of those flaws. So I think it's awesome that they went back and made sure it was right before releasing it. I know the marquee is better. There's not a big differentiation in the paint like we had on our decks versus that one.
That was the first thing I was looking for, was the artwork on the deck compared to the rest of the cabinet. And I don't know what happened with the last one with the rub resistant coating they put on it. It obviously discolored it a little bit. It's not an issue with the XL. And even, you can tell me I can't remember with the Ultra, but you know how you still have to put screws into the control deck, and that's the only place you can see screws on the whole cabinet pretty much. They actually give you black screws so they blend in with the rest of the control deck. It's really cool.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I will say, stupid fat hobbit, if this is what it is, I'm a day one buy, because I'm considering buying the Supreme just to convert it to this.
That's so stupid. That's the exit. Oh my God. What a horrible game.
I love Midway WrestleMania.
Yeah, I what I've heard from Paul and 19K Fox will have a fit now. What are you talking to Paul for? But
I thought you were the Illuminati. Like, I thought you knew everything. Like, you guys, you're the Illuminati.
No, man.
They're not going to tell us,
I can't tell you. I can't tell you all our secrets. I can tell you which YouTubers we're going to prevent from being successful this year. Do you want to know that?
Yeah.
Yes. Garage Gamer is top of the list. His uppity attitude towards the Street Fighter movie has slightly irritated me. What Paul kind of told me was like one new game, lots of rehashes, and different people are excited about different things. So I think Paul would be the kind of person, like, if they came out tomorrow with Soul Calibur by Basic Fun, he'd be like, it's the best, and I'd be like, it's the worst. I don't want Soul Calibur. So I don't know. I just hope, I've been very vocal about this. I want to see stuff like Defender come out, but done properly. I want to see a lot of 80s games, and I'm hoping that's the direction they go in.
How do they even know what people want? Like, are they doing any kind of panels or
yes, they
what are they doing?
Well, what Arcade1up did is they saw what license were available, and then they went to stores and they said, which one of these will you buy? And then whatever ones the stores bought is what they released, because that's who their customer was. I don't know who Basic Fun are using for information, like what they should come out with. But like, I mean, you can't argue with what they did so far. I mean, WWF WrestleFest, if they, didn't know WWE would be so hard to work with, and they could have released the app, the original ROM, I don't think anybody would have complained about that cab at all.
Is Basic Fun in retailers? Like, is the Sam's Club? Is that that's the only thing I've even heard of?
That's the only thing they've got an arcade, the big arcade classic in. But Basic Fun, the brand, has relationships with every retailer.
Oh my God, Basic Fun,
Care Bears, Tinker Toys, Lincoln Logs,
huge company.
But they really haven't like put their cabinets out to retail.
No one can get arcade cabinets out anywhere now, except for like Arcade1up with the what is it, the Peasantcades. Like, that's the only thing that anybody's willing to take, just because it's such a big product and it's such a big floor space commitment at a time where retail space is at an all-time high. Like, I just don't think you'll see big products like this in normal stores anymore. It's just not going to happen.
Well, I would
hope
be that
mail order.
If they have a booth, that they're talking to these buyers at these companies, because this is their chance. If it's like a really good cabinet, they need to sell that. Maybe not to, they need to sell it to us, but they need to sell it to these big retailers. And if we could start seeing these in stores again, that'd be amazing. That's what I want to see. And I want to see like you guys get like a brand, like something everyone wants for sure. Like, I want to see you guys.
Soul Calibur.
You want the soundboard? I got a Michael B one here somewhere. I gotta find it.
Nice.
Oh, this is a Valentine's Day one for Michael B. Okay, ready?
All right. I don't have access to BJ's. I don't anymore. How did you know? So happy Valentine's.
That's a great one.
Everyone wish happy Valentine's Day to Michael B. But yeah,
I don't have access to BJ's. I don't have access to BJ's. He was all about it at first.
Who told me to get married? That one? I was like saying spirit. Somebody told me.
That's amazing. That's perfect.
That's excellent.
I'll just do it later.
All right, so no big like true. Actually, let me ask this: how important is it that at this toy fair they announce Wi-Fi on these cabs? Do you think? Not at all. Extremely.
I think it's very important, really. That's kind of what turned me away from the first wave was, okay, do I really want to buy this new Turtles? Yeah, maybe it looks a little bit more arcade accurate, but the one I have doesn't currently play online. And if they have the license, chances are once they start figuring this thing out, we're eventually going to see online play. So I may as well wait for that. So honestly, the sooner the better with that.
Any other varying opinions? Anybody disagree or anything?
I'm a little bit of an overtalker, so I was waiting for Garage Gamer to jump in.
No, I think they need to. Yeah, they need to have Wi-Fi. It's 2026. Let's do it. Like, what if there's a problem with the cab? How are they going to update it? Like, they're going to have to send you something. Like, just do an update over the internet. And playing these games online, even though, these original cabinets, you couldn't do that. But you have that ability. Have the ability to hook it up HDMI out. Arcade1up never had HDMI out. I don't think they did. Maybe I'm wrong, but
just the KI Pro cab.
Okay, I never had that one, but make that standard. And I like the one times like I remember playing Simpsons with you, Michael B, and then NFL Blitz. I'm pretty sure I played you bad guy.
Yeah, we played a couple of times. Yeah,
we need to play that. Do you still have NFL Blitz?
Do.
We need to do that again. So
yeah, Blitz is still one of my favorite cabs.
Same here.
Yeah, people love to shit on that game. But
I will tell you, and now that Arcade1up is owned by Basic Fun, if they could release another Blitz, and I loved Blitz. My only problem with Blitz is I absolutely sorry, I'm going to drop an F-bomb. I can't help myself. No, I'm not going to. I absolutely effing hated the artwork and the idea that, like, oh, we're going to make it modern and blah, 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 all that bullshit they got on with. If Basic Fun was to take another run at Blitz, and then you could connect with people that previously had the Arcade1up Blitz,
That would be awesome.
and play with them, and Basic Fun did more of an arcade accurate Blitz cab, that's one I would consider picking up again, even with the no late hits and stuff like that.
No hits.
Because it wasn't really about that for me. Like I'm a different person. I didn't have nostalgia for the original Blitz arcade, but I really like the online aspect of Blitz. That really worked well, and it was a ton of fun.
That was the same with NBA Jam. Like those, you got to have online for those games because the replayability is through the roof with them.
Yeah. The one thing I do have a ton of nostalgia myself for the arcade Blitz, but didn't miss late hits at all.
No, it didn't ruin it for me at all. And I played Blitz a lot growing up.
Yeah, but you got to make that video about how it's, you know, the no late hits. That's how you get the views. Like you got to be a complainer and not a complimenter. You know,
I'm tired of the negativity for views. I'm all about the positivity for enjoyment in life. Take that negativity and you can go to hell with it. So going back, I did want to say this. We already saw in the first wave of the Basic Fun cabs that came out, there were obviously the WrestleFest cabs that needed updating. Star Wars had a day one update. So for me, I mean, if you're not going to do anything else with the Wi-Fi, like no leaderboards, no online play, even though I think online play would have took WrestleFest to the next level, because WrestleFest is amazing, but it has a ceiling, right? Like once you beat the tag team tournaments, maybe you're going to super be interested and beat the tag team tournaments with every variation of wrestlers. You're going to win the Royal Rumble with every wrestler. What do you do after that, right? Like, but if you had online for WrestleFest, I could all of a sudden jump on and do a Royal Rumble with Bad Guy, or I could win the tag team titles with my buddy Zim. So I think that was a missed opportunity to have Wi-Fi available with that, but mainly for the updates, the ease of being able to push out an update instead of having to get people to do the firmware updates that way. And they did an excellent instruction video on how to do the firmware updates. But if you watch the video, there's an 8-minute process of getting all the files off your computer after you do the update. So, I mean, like the Wi-Fi would simplify that. You wouldn't risk people being terrified, because I know there's people out there right now, like my buddy Conti. He's got a Star Wars, and like he loves it. Doesn't even care about the screen issues, emulation, but he wants to do the update. But he's so scared of frying his PCB, he won't touch it. So the online immediately alleviates a lot of those problems. So I hope, if it's not in wave 2, I hope it's something they're seriously considering and going with. And the real caveat would be is if they release titles, like they do Blitz, but they do it with, you know, make it look like an actual Blitz cab instead of this fantasy art that they put on the side to appease certain people. That idea that then all of a sudden you have cross play with these new Arcade1up cabs with the old ones definitely adds, you know, a lot of excitement. You want that user base already existing with whatever new user base is going to be out there.
Well, you're not going to see the side of the cabinet anyway. What if, Mike?
Oh my God, dude, Garage Gamer. Why would I buy something? Why would I spend $600 on something that's easily accessible in a million different ways just to play it if it's not that nostalgic art piece that I want? Why would I pay $600?
So you can make a YouTube video about it. No. What I was gonna say was, what if you're a big Packers fan? What if they did one for every NFL team? What if there's a Packers one? Would you be interested in that?
No. They thought they could
pull that off. No, what if they did the same art, the same old art, and you're just changing the jersey and the helmet?
They thought all that stuff was going to happen.
Guy, what if they did the Steelers one? You're a Steelers fan.
Yes.
You can't tell me you wouldn't think about that.
I would, but you know what? If I had the original artwork, I would take that 100 times out of 100, you know, just because that's how the original looked.
I think, I hear what you guys are saying, but if you want the
average person may be all over something like that.
That's the problem.
Do they like money?
Your line of thinking is exactly the problem they ran into with NFL
Okay.
Blitz, because that's exactly what they did. They said, we got to do this because we want money. We got to come out
Yeah.
with all 32 team stools because people are going to do this. And I'm telling you, all the people who agreed on this were absolutely lip deep on the base of John D's dick, telling them everything was a good idea. And then the cab was a bomb.
Well, I will say it had the potential to be huge. I think you're right. They could have saved a lot of money by not licensing player likenesses and throwing them on the side, and sticking to the original design would have probably been cheaper. But again, the timing was off. They were too late in the football season, which had to kill sales. And I think it could have been like an NBA Jam for them, where it was just a license to print money every year by doing like the Madden thing and releasing it every year in July. And you do switch up the teams, or at least you switch up the game, because there was a change in the teams on the side between games. And it would just be a license to print money.
If Michael B didn't like the side artwork on the iconic arcade already, like, we would have had that, I would have had that in my garage
That's the
right
sole
now.
reason for the
delay.
That's
That's
the
why it was
sole
delayed.
reason.
That's the
Comes
secret.
out.
Michael B sent the cease and desist when the
Yeah.
artwork wasn't to his
Yeah,
liking.
he didn't like it,
Uh-huh.
and he's like Illuminati, and that's what they went with.
Here's another one of my favorites. Gamer Fridge always brings this. Nobody cares about the side art. A man that predominantly has multicades in his home. Nobody cares about the side art.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you heck.
I know. And it's fine. Listen, I will take full accountability. I was so disappointed in Iconic right from the start because of that. Because, like, I had always talked to John. He had always told me about how, appreciative he was for the authenticity of arcades. And then he comes out and he's like, I'm making something super unauthentic. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Gamer Fridge is a no late hit guy.
It was
needs
it
the
was
late
fun
hits.
to do it, but it didn't ruin.
Yeah, it was a
the game.
gimmick, right?
Yeah.
Like, you
What-
still have brutal tackles in
yeah.
the game, right?
I will openly tell you what makes Blitz so good. I also don't think they needed to refresh the graphics. Whatever they did to make them sharper was an absolute waste of money. Like, everything they did with Blitz was a waste of money. But the online was so good. Like, it was such a fun experience playing online with people.
Yep.
And honestly, it takes you back to those days of being in the arcade, because
Yep.
let's be honest, you might play with your kids, you might have a friend over sometime, but most of the times, most people are playing these arcades 100% by themselves, except when you have that online experience.
Yeah.
It gives you that feeling of somebody could just come by and play, pop a quarter next to you, and then you've got a challenge for your right to keep playing,
Yeah.
yada, yada, yada. So
'Cause Blitz is
online
the
does
same
do a lot.
way.
Yeah.
Once you figure out how to beat the computer, it's not a challenge anymore. You figure out the plays that work and everything that the little glitches you can do, but you can't do that against real people, and that makes it so much better to be able to play online. I mean, we had a Blitz tournament a few years ago. There were a whole bunch of people in the community got involved in, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and look, I think it's some of the online is so critical. You guys know I picked up the WrestleFest Ultra like right when it came out, and for what it is, I thought it played really well. But I'm not super nostalgic for the old WWF wrestling games, so it was like, I didn't keep it strictly because I probably wasn't going to play it all that often, especially because it didn't have Wi-Fi. I can tell you right now, if the Supreme came out and had Wi-Fi, I would have immediately went and bought it again, because playing that with friends that do really find WWE, like the community aspect of playing it would be a whole different level. But I'm just not going to sit in my arcade and just play that, because for me personally, while I casually like wrestling and WWF and stuff, I'm not a diehard, so I don't just have a ton of fun playing it. But again, with other people, dude, it would be such a blast to go out there and have a Royal Rumble with like 16 other
That would be awesome. Yeah, I would have bought it. I would have bought
a
it
tag
too.
team with like tournaments and stuff that could be done.
Hey.
Like, it would be so awesome.
Hey, James hates everything. Do you have a Switch too?
Oh yeah, I have all the consoles, so we can totally do that with the
Let's do
new
some Mario
W's.
Kart World, buddy. Like that. 24 players. It's amazing, and you can go
Oh
get
yeah,
it right now.
we did that a lot when it first
Yeah.
came out. It's chaotic, man. It's with all 24, you're going from first to last in a heartbeat.
But will we know by the end of this weekend if Home Arcade is back? Like if they announce something good, or if it's just
I'll throw something out there right now, and I know like the people that are negative about Home Arcade about it won't say this anymore. I think it's been interesting again for a nice little while now. I mean, you've got multiple companies doing stuff. I mean, Arcade1up has been a Basic Fun has been nothing but fantastic. I mean, the way that since they've purchased Arcade1up, being involved in the community chats, I mean, like paying attention, taking feedback and modifying, like, especially like ads for the WrestleFest cab, like taking advice to actually identify the wrestlers that are missing so people don't get like a surprise. I did a review on their Star Wars Return of the Jedi, and like it wasn't a positive review. Like I pointed out, like bad screen, bad emulation, joystick's a little bit low, and they said thanks for the honest review. They appreciated that. They're still talking to me, and like other companies would have been like, we want you to say you like all of our stuff with no, that's the way some of these other companies work. They're completely different. They've been doing things the right way. So I'm so positive about them injecting new life into this brand. I have hope for what they're doing, and I'm excited. And there's hope and excitement for the first time in a long time. Is Home Arcade back? No, but it's certainly a lot more interesting for the people that are interested in it.
Hey, is Iconic Arcade, is that on the boat too? Because I heard last week that people on YouTube, you guys in the Illuminati or whatever, saying it was not shipped. It wasn't shipped. But then there's other people who are saying the other day that it was shipped. So what is it?
Holiday,
is it shipped,
right?
or is it not
shipped? What does it mean by what does shipped mean?
Is it on the boat? Is it on the boat?
It's not on the boat yet. It's not on the boat yet.
It's not on the boat.
I, unlike other people, will give you the straight. I think that Iconic Arcade have done a really good job this past week with their transparency. They identified that it has left the factory. So that's what people mean by shipped. It's left the factory.
So it's on the road somewhere.
It's on the way to the boat. So it was originally supposed it was originally supposed to be on the boat February 17th. Now it looks like it's going to be leaving February 24th. It was originally supposed to come in March 30th. Now it looks like it's going to be April 4th. Here's where they've been transparent, because I'll give them the same credit I'm going to give gave Arcade1up. They've been listening to the feedback. We talked about their poor communication. Since then, since this process has started, it's been across all their fan pages. It's been across their official channels. They've mentioned all the updates with the shipment, and they even gave a tracker so people can personally track how that shipment is going. So it's left the factory. It looks like it's going to get on the boat on the 24th, and they've been very transparent about the way things are moving. So I take that as another positive, and you got to give them the same credit you give other people when they take the noise and they can filter out the bullshit that people are intentionally saying to either get views or to intentionally harm the product, and compare it with the real constructive criticism trying to help the company out, and they follow that criticism and they make good on it. You got to give them credit for that, because that's what they've done in the past couple of weeks. Hopefully this keeps up. Hopefully the product comes out, it kicks ass, we get more stuff, and we can enjoy it.
Like, I see what you're saying. They're being transparent now, but I don't see it. Like, I don't know. I'm the customer. I bought it. I didn't get any emails. I'm not in their Facebook groups. The only people that I find this information from is like you. So like,
you're hearing it through other people.
That's
not
exactly.
Through them.
I'm not, and I guarantee you there's other people like me that are kind of in the dark. Like, we just want, that's why we're watching right now. It's like, I want to know what's going on. You guys know, like you say, they're being transparent, and I hope they are, but they haven't been to me.
That's fair if they're not communicating through Spreetail, right? Like Iconic Arcade probably doesn't even know who's bought it, right? That's Spreetail who knows who owns it.
So Ryan, you ordered the cab.
Yeah.
That's one area where I completely agree with you. I don't know what the problem is there. You look at New Wave Toys, as much as people shit on New Wave Toys. New Wave Toys are great at sending out communications to the people who have pre-ordered their products, especially now. Now that everything has happened with Shiloh and Eduardo is, taking a bigger leadership role. Peter's come back in some capacity to help former things. So some of it is like B. Kirby saying, join the groups, but that is 100%. That's a fail on Spreetail, and I will always take it that way because Spreetail are the ones with the names, with the pre-orders, and I mean, even the $150 thing off, that never got communicated till like 2 weeks later, and Spreetail openly admitted that was our fault. So, I mean, I think a lot of that is Spreetail's lack of communication with pre-order holders, and like, there's too many assumptions. They assume that everybody is going to watch every show and stuff like that. They shouldn't assume that. Spreetail, if they're the ones that are handling the whole pre-order, they're handling the updates, send the updates out to the pre-order holders. Whoever's, if Iconic has that list, if they don't have that list and they're unhappy with the way Spreetail's doing it, Spreetail should provide you with the pre-order list and Iconic can send emails out directly. I don't know why that should be such a problem. I had a show last week, Garage Gamer, you should have came on, where I specifically asked my guests, are you happy with the communication for your pre-order? Seems like you're not.
I want to give a big shout out to B. Kirby. It's been sitting here for a while. With the gifted 20 super chats, 20 memberships to the channel. So really, really do appreciate that. Try to give a lot more value to our members with members exclusive early access videos. So definitely appreciate the support, B. Kirby. And I just have to agree with you, Mike. I think, we can say what we want about the delays. I've been pretty vocal about the delays for Iconic, but it has left the warehouse and it's in the port yard. It's not on a ship yet, or it's about to be on a ship and it may leave in a week or two. It's way later than anybody wanted, but we've made progress. And to your point, Garage Gamer, they should have notified you directly as a pre-order holder.
I also want to take a step back too. It's like, we want our toys, but like, take big picture, like it's really no big deal. Like I don't, it's like it's no skin off my back. Like if it doesn't show up till March, April, or whatever, like I've got other things going on. My wife just texted me, like she's signing up my son for Little League right now, and she's been in line for over like an hour trying to get this done. And like there's other things out in the world that are more critical. Like I'm like, oh geez, what's going on out there?
Arcade's not showing up now.
Yeah, so like I think it's fun to I love to get on you guys about it, but it's like it's really no big deal. Like I want a good product. I've always wanted John D to cook, do what you got to do to make the machine as best as you can, because I'd love to get it and it'd be amazing and get those. Show it off to these haters. Like, why did you pre-order that? I knew it wasn't going to be any good. I didn't like. How did you know it wasn't going to be any good? We don't even have it yet. So anyway, that's my rant. Sorry.
So I also want to give a big shout out to MG in the comments. Saw him making hilarious comments all night. He truly has been one of the stars of the shows. And you guys don't know the amount of work that MG puts into this. Not only does he come out with all these creative comments that he makes during people's shows, the amount of after work is crazy because he's got to go back and delete all of those comments afterwards.
Jason out there. Alien, he really works overtime with MG, because I know he's got to do a lot of scrubbing in that. And those moderators, you guys do a great job out there. So thank you.
I noticed it's still giving MG a wrench. Like what? I guess it's Shields on YouTube now, right? But StreamYard doesn't have the shield.
Yeah, I think he made that part of his his name. Yeah, he's trying to fake you out.
That could be.
Yeah, that's not real.
English is MG's third language. There you go. So I will, like, it's nice that we're sitting on the verge of a bunch of stuff coming, right? We're finally within the next couple months gonna get the Iconic's gonna get in people's hands, and we're gonna know like what the user interface is. We're gonna know what the gameplay is. I hope like Iconic takes the opportunity over the next couple months to show that off, to brag, look what we did, as because there's multiple containers coming now, and there's going to be more after that. So they're going to continue shipping more in. So there's going to be availability for people. It's time to brag.
I will say in defense of Iconic again, like as much as I don't understand why they couldn't make a quick video showing the gameplay and like showing somebody use the cab and maybe use the UI, would have been the simplest thing in the world. It's not a huge marketing resource pull. Have no idea why that's not been done yet. But at the same time, people are like, where's the UI? Y'all act like we didn't have iArcades with the worst UI ever. If it's better than the iArcade, I think we'll be okay.
I do think, like, look, there's a little unfairness, right? Because nobody's asked to see Basic Fun's UI. Nobody asked to see, some of these other things. But at the same time, like, we've been bragged about. The person who's designing this and behind it is the big guy who says he knows what we all want. And so we want to see that, right? Like, it's not I'm not going to buy it because I haven't seen it thing. I think it's just, man, we really want to see it because we know what you're thinking, right? We know what you want to do, and we're excited to see it. I do think online play for Street Fighter, for me, online play, don't care, right? But I know that there are a ton of people that play Street Fighter. Like, to me, I'm not going to go play a bunch of tryhards. I'll play the computer all day long, the opposite of some of these other games. But I know that there are going to be people that really care about the online play, and with who John brought in as the face of this, like, it, there's an expectation, whether warranted or not, that from an online competitive standpoint, this is going to be the, machine to beat, right? Like, it's going to be, and is that unfair or not? I mean, it's kind of,
they got to earn it.
I think they put themselves in.
Yeah, we need to see it, and the proof is in the pudding, right? So,
So boy, I mean, after all the delays and everything, I mean, they kind of better knock it out of the park, I
but right now, as it is, at least we're getting something. We know we're getting something for $550. Now, is that might be even cheaper than what's going on with Basic Fun, which is really interesting, but. It's going to be something. So we are excited to see what's going to happen here, and see you guys make videos about it.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested. So, like I said, I hope Iconic shows it off a bit while there's nothing else. Like, right, they've got nothing to do now but wait for them to show up. So it's time to start
create some hype, especially since it's like that close. It's on the way. Drop a video, like you said, a couple minutes, doesn't have to be much. Just show it off a little bit.
Yeah,
and try to encourage and entice other people to buy it that haven't yet. They're thinking about it.
Yeah, like I mean, it wouldn't take much. It's just a quick video over the shoulder. Doesn't need to be overproduced. You can show it off on Arcade Insiders. Put it up on your official, other official pages that you have. Something like that would go a long way in, helping with people's the credibility of the product. I'll say it that way, right?
And honestly, I think just people seeing it. Like, if you're just recording the gameplay, you don't even have to show the players. Record the screen. If it's got HDMI out, dump it. Because I think people just seeing it would get super excited, right? Like, seeing the menu, launching into game, watching somebody play who's good at it would be exciting. And it's an easy tease to get people even more hyped to, like, dig into their wallet and throw money at their TV. So, to me, it's a no-brainer. So I hope they do it. It keep people talking about it, other than this is where it is in the middle of the ocean, counting down the weeks until it shows up, but we'll see. So
yeah, China is pretty big. Someone needs to get on MapQuest or Google Maps and let's find out exactly where that truck is. Like, are they at a truck stop somewhere? Like, where are they getting a burger for Michael B? Like, where are they in China? Like, what? What's going on?
Like, oh, there it is. Oh, it just disappeared off the map. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah. It's been in an accident. It's
Yeah.
at the bottom of the ocean.
oh, they were robbed.
That happened. Don't forget. I know,
I know.
Garage Gamer remembers a couple of years ago, man, a bunch of outruns at the bottom of the sea.
hey, are you still friends with Justin Console Kits? Like, he can make a whole website, and we could,
Yeah,
check it
watch
every
it.
hour. Like, let's get updates to my phone. Like, that's what I want.
Oh,
make it
yeah.
happen.
I don't know if he's still doing that stuff. He's all
That's
about
what we need.
pinball now.
Come on, someone in the community.
NASA Canes fan with another $9.99 super chat says at least Basic Fun made different sizes to meet the needs off the market instead of one size game. And absolutely, like, again, thanks for the super chats, NASA Canes fan. But that was one of the things I think Basic Fun was very intelligent about, right? Drop a Countercade, drop an Ultra, drop a Supreme, let people get the one they want that fits in their cabinet. Now, it will be long term, see if that's a profitable choice, right? Like, did they overmake some? Did they not? I think this is their test run with that first wave. So it'll be interesting to see if that stuff continues or they double down on it or how that works.
I'm very jealous of 19K Fox. I want to try Whataburger so
I've
bad.
never had one.
I literally
think
had a
that's
Whataburger
amazing.
today.
Oh.
All right. Well, that's really all I got. So I want to go around the horn here and bad guy Mike Worley. Do you have what do you got going on? What do you got coming up?
Well, so this weekend we're off, but next Saturday we will be back with an episode of Nostalgia Strikes Back with myself. I saw Stock Jock was in the chat. He's one of the panel members. Israel Gaming, Stock Jock Jr., who doesn't even have his own YouTube channel, but he's the young guy on the panel that kind of keeps us honest and gets a fresh feel into the conversation. But yeah, we'll be back next Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern on my channel. Nostalgia Strikes Back for everything retro nostalgia. It's all on the table.
Yep, it's Saturday morning cartoons.
Exactly.
All back, right?
We're bringing back Saturday
Definitely
mornings,
check
man.
it out. All right, Garage Gamer, what do you got coming up?
Tomorrow night, late night live, 9 p.m. Pacific, 12 a.m. Eastern. We will be talking about the PlayStation State of Play, and we'll also be going over the announcements of that, and then we're going to go over. I got Mario Tennis Fever today, so I'm going to give you guys my impressions of that. And yeah, check out my channel. I'm trying to do more videos. More than I have been, and I'm getting a little more time to myself now that my kids are getting older, so that's exciting. And yeah, check out my channel, and yeah, if you want to stick around, and I'm all about everything what's going on. Oh, and I'm going to Emerald City Comic-Con at the beginning of March. I am going to be a content creator for that con, so
Wow.
that'll be exciting. Like, I don't have like behind the scenes access, but I have tickets for the whole weekend, so it's going to be awesome. So
That's awesome.
I know Funko is going to be there. I don't know who else is going to be there, but yeah, I'm going to be covering it on my channel, so check it out.
Excellent.
So
What do you got coming up?
I hope, Ryan, that you're going to spend most of your time talking about the amazing Castlevania Belmont's Curse announcement from the State of Play, because that was easily my favorite thing. Everybody was saying like goated State of Play, and when it was over, I was kind of like, but I'm always like that. Like, it's never enough for me. I was really excited about Canna Bridge of Spirits 2, or whatever they're calling it. Like, that opened the show, and I was like, no way. I didn't even think it was that successful. So really cool State of Play. That should be a fun show, brother. I'm Michael B. the Game Genie. I make videos about home arcade stuff. I haven't made a lot so far this year because there hasn't been a ton of news, but business is picking up. We're in a very exciting time right now. I've been lucky enough. Arcade1up just sent me out the WrestleFest Supreme cab, so I meant to do it tonight. Never got a chance, but I got it built fully last night. It probably won't be tomorrow night because of Super Game Room dudes, but probably Saturday night I'll be doing like a live stream gameplay, going over my first impressions of the cab with people, and then I'll get to work on doing the review. Also expect Saturday, if we get any news from New York Toy Fair, I'm going to do a video covering whatever new cabs are coming out. On top of that, later tonight, I got to, put together my video on the new Pinball M and Pinball FX3 games. We got the Bethesda games that just came out, so I'm working on that, and I'm sure whatever else comes up, I'll have lots of other stuff to talk about too. And then you can see me on Super Game Room Dudes tomorrow night. We've got Mike of All Trades, who's coming on, and Bill's Retro Gaming Show. Detroit Love, unfortunately, won't be there tomorrow night, so I'll probably ask my buddy Fox if he's home, if he can join us again, so that should be a fun show. And then on Monday, we've got Chill and Chat with Michael B, and I have no idea what I'm going to be doing for that.
So not a lot going on. Sounds
no,
like.
never. I don't have access to BJ's. That's why I spend so much time on YouTube.
No, you're a ventriloquist now.
Have a good
I don't have
Valentine's Day,
access
you
to
guys.
BJ's. Oh my God, Valentine's Day. I got to do something with my wife.
Did you get something?
Yeah.
I don't have access to BJ's.
Yeah, better figure something out there.
I will say, I thought that the State of Play, I normally don't like them myself because it's usually just all soul stuff, right? Like, I was impressed. Like, not only did you get the Metal Gear Solid collection, you've got a new Silent Hill game.
Oh, yeah, that looks great too.
You have the Castlevania, and I love the look of the God of War Metrovania. Like, it may not be good, but I love the idea that they're doing it. So I think it looks fun just looking at it. So we'll see. But yeah, a lot of good stuff I thought in there that was unexpected. I thought we'd just get a lot of, mishmash, but there's some fun stuff in there for sure. All right. Well, that's all we got. And so you know what we do around here. So I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank our guests for being here. Really appreciate it. Love talking toys and Arcade1up and home arcade and all that fun stuff. And until next time, have fun.